It's time to check in with the head coach. This is the Brian Dutcher Report.
It's college, and so it's a little bit more emotional at times, but we have to get over the emotion of it.
Brought to you by Kearney Mesa Hyundai, just minutes away from anywhere in San Diego, or at KearneyMesaHyundai.com.
All right, coming up in 15 minutes, we're going to get back to Mike Florio and what he said about Tom Brady and the conspiracy theory, as Judson called it, live from Super Bowl 53 at the Georgia World Congress Center in Atlanta, Georgia. We are bringing you Brian Dutcher, Aztecs basketball head coach. Coach, it's been a long time for me. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Great. You guys got to sleep in today a little bit, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. As our clocks are getting adjusted, it does feel more like sleeping in. Yesterday, my Fitbit said like 2 hours, 30 minutes of sleep. So not ideal, but that's all good. We're just cranking. There's a lot of energy in the building out here. Dutch, if you had a dog in this fight, Patriots or the Rams, who are you going for?
I picked the Patriots last week. I'm going to stick with that pick.
Yeah, I told him, by the way, I said, we're going to have another coaches show Thursday night at 6 o'clock, which they will have. I said, so you'll have a chance to change your mind by then, but he's sticking with the Pats.
I'd stick with him, too. It's hard to bet against Bill Belichick and what they're able to do. Do you marvel?
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, do you marvel at all? Like I just look at the program that he's been able to sustain in the NFL with free agency and dealing with a lot of huge egos, giant roster size. Do you marvel at it at all?
It's unbelievable what he's done. I mean, year after year, to have that level of play that they have, it's unheard of.
Dutch, you got the big win Saturday over UNLV, 94-77. You guys have been a lot different at home than you have on the road. What do you attribute that to?
I think young guys just play better at home. You know, they're still getting used to the road. Like I said, 8 of the 11 are freshmen or sophomores, and it's just another beast on the road. And with that being said, we played pretty good at Fresno, led for 30 minutes of the game, but couldn't finish. So we have to bottle up some Viejas magic and take it on the road with us when we go.
Yeah, Dutch, bottle up's an interesting way to put it. Would you prefer to bottle up the energy of your team, or would you prefer to bottle up the X's and O's and the output that you get from your team when they play at Viejas?
Like to bottle up that competitive nature when they're at home and the crowd's behind them. You know, it's a different animal on the road. You know, the opposing crowd is on you, and sometimes that's intimidating, and you have to just grow over that. You have to say, no matter where we play, we're going to bring this level of play, and hopefully we're heading in that direction.
We want to talk about an increased level of play. A guy that's standing out lately, Jalen McDaniels, had 30 points in the game versus UNLV, 13 boards, 4 assists, 5 steals, his 5th consecutive double-double. Nobody's accomplished that feat in the past 23 years except Kawhi Leonard. What are you seeing out of Jalen?
He's getting comfortable. He's finding his spots. He's doing less but accomplishing more. And so he's a great mid-range shooter. Anything 15 feet and in is almost automatic right now for him. And then the last game he stepped out, made a 3, first one in 5 conference games. And if he continues to improve his range a little bit and pick and choose when to take those, he should continue to be very dangerous for the other team to guard.
Dutch, how is Jordan Shackle's health and really the rest of the team? How are you guys feeling at this stage of the game?
I think Jordan will still be a game-time decision for Air Force tomorrow, and hopefully a little closer by San Jose on Saturday. But he's a tough kid. He's a lot like Matt Shrigley was a couple years ago when they said Matt was going to be out a month, and he was back in 2 weeks. So Jordan's a tough kid. He's rehabbing 3 times a day and trying to work his way back onto the floor.
I was reading one of the UNLV players from the game on Saturday commented that Jalen McDaniels had the ability to go to the NBA, and he sure played like that in the last contest. Is he really growing into that type of mold? Can you see his head welling with confidence?
He's getting better. There's no question he's getting better, but that NBA is the ultimate step, and we'll see how the rest of the year plays out. He's got to continue this level of play and continue to grow his game every day in practice. Where he is at now, he's not, but in a short 4 weeks, 5 weeks, he can continue to play himself into that position.
We've got some Aztecs basketball tickets we'll be giving away in the next 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be giving those away in just a few for the matchup against Utah State. But, Dutch, next up, you guys got Air Force Do you coach through redemption? Do you try to use that energy from a redemption standpoint, or is that something that you stay away from and you like to kind of keep that same, I would call it even keel approach, but the same approach each and every game and not try to make it a redemption standpoint?
It's more of we didn't compete at a high enough level at Air Force. I was not happy with how we battled in there for the length of the game. And so that will be the standard, that we have to play harder, longer, so what happened at Air Force doesn't happen again. With that being said, Air Force has won 4 of the last 5 games. They led Nevada at Nevada for 30 of the 40 minutes, and so they're playing really good basketball. Their last game, they took 47 threes. I've never heard that number.
Wow.
47 threes they took it at San Jose in a double overtime game they won. So we're going to have to make sure that we don't let them make too many of them if they're going to take that many.
Do you think the last time you guys played them, you underestimated them a little bit?
I don't think so. I just think first game at altitude, we didn't have Nolan Narain, we didn't have Joel Mensah. Nathan was in foul trouble early, and we just weren't ourselves, in my opinion, as far as a competitive level. And so we'll be at full strength, be able to stay bigger on the floor, to battle Swan and Scotty. Each of them had double-doubles against us. They're too big. Double-figure scoring, double-figure rebounding. So, again, rebounding is going to be the key. We're going to have to continue to rebound like we did against Vegas, and if we do that, we'll have a chance to win the game.
Dutch, you guys have the best shoe game in the Mountain West Conference?
No question. Our shoes are over-the-top great. Jordan Brand has taken really good care of us.
And now my shoe game's over the top, too. The Jordans you gave me, they are spectacular.
Do you like those?
Oh, my God, I love them. And I tell you who really loves when I wear them, my kids. They think
the
Dad's
kids like
really
them even better?
Oh, God, they love them, especially my youngest. He loves a good pair of high-top basketball shoes. So these, for me, you made me a hero at the house.
Nice. I got to get Judson some. I'm never going to hear the end of it.
Does Mike May wear those with his suits?
Not a good look.
No, Mike. If Mike May has shoes on, it's running shoes. Mike's a runner. He runs every road trip he's on. He's out putting his miles in. So I give Mike credit for getting out in cold altitude, whatever the conditions are. He's out there putting his miles in.
Hey, Dutch, thanks so much for the time. Best of luck against Air Force tomorrow night.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy yourself out there.
We will.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Dutch.